that chess is not about deserving. Yeah, finally somebody scores the point and that's it. It's brutal. B3. But do you think after B3 it's still a draw, or what would be your line now?
I think it probably is. And once again, my biggest issue here when we're discussing how to win this with black, let's say it goes B3 with take, bishop B6, I just go, I don't know, king C2. Like without the access to the D4 square, we can't really do anything at all here. With like if you go B3 check, I go king B2, I don't have very many moves, but I don't need very many moves because really nothing is happening. It's just a completely self-sustaining setup as far as I can tell. And if you take on C3, it's not even king takes C3 after king C2. I think the biggest issue is I take with the knight and I go knight G5. And this is as far as you go. I don't even need the king. The king can be like on A8 here, I think, and it's a draw.
You think I have no way of posing?
I think the bishop and the knight just protect everything without the king.
But can I try to attack your king, for example, some bishop D7?
And yeah, I mean, you let me just allow you whatever, like king B2, bishop A4, and I make a move. Bishop okay, you have bishop D1. Yeah, you could have some zugzwangs here. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to move with your king forever. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to allow bishop C2, bishop D3. I'm a little bit worried about that. So,
yes.
So I go king B1. Yeah, I go king B1.
King B1. Okay. But
so
okay, in such moment, at least, because we know that, yeah, the players are getting very tired, the 30 seconds increment, very unpleasant and very difficult to defend if you are forced to defend for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it seems like you might be able just to sit on these two squares. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. It's like this. It's very close to this famous setup. Like maybe some of our viewers are not aware that the queen pretty much always wins against bishop and knight, apart from one particular setup. If there is a bishop on G7 and the knight on E5, let's say you have a queen and black has the bishop on G7 and knight on E5 and the king in the corner, anywhere in the corner. This one is a draw, because you can't actually shake that setup at all. And the king cannot get to G6, it cannot get to F7. So you can get very close, you can put the king on F5 or on E6 or anywhere, you can give as many checks as you like, but you can't actually move those pieces away. And this sort of in spirit is very kind of, it reminds me of that setup. So yes. we've taken so many squares under control with the knight on D5 and the bishop on E2 that you just can't make any progress.
Yeah, so takes bishop E6 check. Now the big question, okay, she has to stay calm, yeah, because after all, we are talking about a very, very young player who clearly outperformed today already her rating level. Yeah, she played a wonderful game, but we know that playing a 5.5, 6 hours game, it's super tough all the way till the end. And just one, suddenly the nerves collapse and pushes C4, and then she will lose. Yeah, so
after C4, you get the feeling you should lose. Yeah, I actually, even after C4, I don't know exactly how it loses.
But I mean, slowly you maybe just wait with bishop E3 and so on. Yeah.
But it feels like it should be lost somehow. Yeah, just like C4, and I go bishop F1, bishop P2, bishop F1, bishop P2 forever. Even that doesn't lose immediately, but you get the feeling it loses slowly somehow. I don't know exactly.
Yeah. I mean, for example, now we have time till she decides that something like this, that the bishop gets to E1, yeah, protect the pawn,
and then king
the knight, and eventually we will get inside, yeah.
Yeah. You never do this. Like if you have any choice at all, you never play C4 here.
Yeah. Because there will always be a chance to break it. Yeah, that's the famous Magnus quote. Yeah, that I don't believe in fortresses. Of course, he believes in correct fortresses. What he meant is that when it's some super sophisticated stuff, he's not a believer, because usually there is always a way to break it.
Yep.
Bishop E6 check. Yeah. So basically, white has to retreat. The big question is king B2, king C2 the same, or there are differences?
Feels the same to me, to be honest, because the setup we are aiming for doesn't really depend on me having the king on C2. And maybe we don't even want to allow b3 check, even though really I'm not scared of b3 check, but maybe we don't even want to allow it.
But now she's down to 2 minutes. I mean, yeah, this is now a nerve-wracking moment also for Tanya, because she feels that she might have a chance. Yeah, this is now a critical moment, and her opponent also probably feels that now she's under some pressure. And she played the move. What did she play?
I didn't see. She's gone king b2, I think. Judging by the hand movement, that looked like king b2.
So the solid move.
Yeah. No, she really has played a very, very solid game, like full credit. Now I guess we play bishop b3 though, right? We play bishop b3 and we kind of, I mean, not threaten, but we try to not allow the ideal setup immediately, right?
Exactly. Yeah. This is the difference between king c2. Yeah, that now c4, king b4, knight c3, which Peter wanted to get with knight d5 runs into bishop d4. So these small little moves like bishop e3 can make a very big impact.
Yeah. Chad is saying Magnus would win this for sure against the 1600. This is not a true 1600 though. This is just somebody who hasn't played enough rated games to have a proper rating, I'm pretty sure. Like the first 60 moves that the Tajiki player has made in this game, I mean, she is not a 1600. She is, I mean, this is just a very, very solid game.
Exactly. Okay, finally, somewhere she made some mistake that at least the black got the chance to squeeze the position.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
This
but
happened.
yeah, it was really impressive game.
Even if you, like, you're not forced to take on before, but even if you take on before, after king takes before, you can play king c2, I think. It should still not be enough here. I don't think you have enough as black. One interesting topic I want to bring up is that if black goes bishop c4 here, just to illustrate, it's really not forced, but if after takes, nobody goes knight d2 check here, of course. But if you play knight d2 check here, you might lose, actually. I don't know if it's actually lost, but you might. It looks like you have enough squares, but you get pushed and you get pushed and you get pushed, and eventually you have to play king g3 and king f1 wins, right? But here, yeah, here we don't have enough tempo. Yeah, it's a draw. But just to illustrate it, yeah, if you play king e3 here, you probably lose, right? King e3, king d1.
Okay.
Like, yeah, king c2, yeah, or this, yeah. I think this position you just lose, right?
Yeah, because now you are losing the opposition, yeah?
Yeah, king e3, king e2, king f1, and this is a mechanism which is very useful to be aware of, that eventually you just go from below and you push the king further away and the entire structure collapses. But obviously this is kind of completely irrelevant because nobody goes knight g2 there. Everybody goes knight c3.
Yeah, but now she's down to 30 seconds. Yeah, she finally took on b4. Yeah, king b4. I mean, still, I feel like a very young player who is not used to playing so many games, and this tension with the 30 seconds. I mean, I know what it does to your heart, and all the tension will be very difficult to hold still. King b4. Yeah. I mean, black is making progress. I mean, that's the most important thing. Yeah.
This is definitely progress. Yeah, she'll play king c2, and then I guess maybe the best way to go about things is to play bishop b3 check. Ask the king to go to d3, and then play bishop d4, something like this. Knight d2, bishop a4.
Exactly.
And start taking away squares. Yeah, like now we have threats.
I mean, this is maybe almost lost, no?
Yeah, knight f1. It's like the position contains so little that maybe we don't win even this. But we are coming close now. We definitely have a legitimate shot at winning.
Yeah, if we can somehow get the king to c1, it's very easy to draw the arrows. Very difficult to get it done in the game. Yeah, but all right. So yeah, a lot of tension here.
Yeah, this one you can definitely imagine losing.